Alrighty, we are live for the Washington Capitals at the Carolina Hurricanes. Game 4 in a series led by Carolina 2-1. Now, I saw Carolina winning. I saw Washington beating Montreal. When it came here, my money was on Washington. Now, Carolina has come in and done some pretty good work over the first 3 games against Washington. Let's take a look at a couple of stats real quick as we dive into who we're taking. 2-1 Carolina in Washington, 3-1 Washington in Washington, 4-0 Carolina in Washington. Anderson was better than Logan Thompson by a mile. And, I mean, tough goals, but LT needs some help. Carolina to win 5-2, Edmonton to win 3-1. You got to stop coming in here and picking Edmonton, man. I'm taking, I'm taking Vegas. I'm taking Vegas from here on out. So I'll take Vegas 4-3. And I'm just working my way through Carolina right now. 20% on the power plays for Washington. 33.3% for Carolina. Penalty kill for Washington is 95.5% through the playoffs. So, right now, it's going to depend on... It's going to depend on a few things. If Washington stays out of the box and can somehow figure out their power play, then I'm taking Washington. The reality is the Capitals are not going to be able to stay out of the box. I can agree. Ovi's not going to score today. He has just disappeared during the playoffs. Then again, unless it goes to a power play 5 times. You know what I mean? It really depends on who spends more time in the box, in my opinion. Washington can't score a power play goal to save their ass. They went 0 for 2 last game, while Carolina went 2 for 2. Game 2, Washington went 1 for 3, while Carolina went 1 for 3. And in game 1... Carolina went 0 for 3. Washington went 0 for 2. So I really do believe it depends on who ends up in the box more. Let's see. Hang on. And hang on. Sorry, I'm trying to go through feeds to figure out which one's going to be the better one. But I don't believe Washington can stay out of the box long enough to not let up a Carolina power play or 2. And, or a power play goal or 2. And, I mean, Carolina getting 1 power play goal would be huge. If Washington ends up in the box 5 times, it's going to turn into an ass whooping. So, for this game, that's my prediction as of now. We'll see how it changes as the game develops, but that's kind of the same thing I always do. I'm taking Washington 4-2 because I don't know. I see them being pissed. I can see Washington realizing that they did not go hard enough last game. And now they're going to want to. And now they're going to come out flying, hitting, headhunting. Headhunting's a bad way to put it, but they're going to come out looking to smash. If they don't, they're in trouble. Well, here's kind of the contradiction in that, though, because if they don't come out just looking to smash people, then the game's likely to end up the way it did in Game 3, 4-0. However, if they come out looking to smash people, they're going to give up 5-6 power play opportunities. So, Thoughts on William Karlsson? Scored last night, is in good form. William Karlsson's always been one of my favorite hockey players. Since he came to the Knights, he's been one of my favorite hockey players, him and Riley Smith. So, yeah, I've always loved the guy. It's like, he's a dog. He's always done very well, but you could see his play improve when Riley Smith came back. Those two play phenomenally well off of each other. And so Carly getting healthy as Riley comes home was beautiful timing. Like, that was the universe throwing us a bone. Riley Smith is one of the best like Riley Smith and Mikko Rantanen are the two best trades at the deadline, period. You know, Brad Marchand to Florida is a good one for Florida as well, but I'll easily put him in third. There we go. Teams coming to the ice. But no, Carly is a dog. He does not stop fighting. He goes to the boards. He digs out pucks. He will go full bore into the wall if that's what he has to do. He will get in front of a shot. The whole nine. William Karlsson is one of the most hot. Like, he is. I'm trying to figure out how to word this. He is one of the most hockey player of hockey players, if that makes sense. Like, the guy just loves to be on the ice. He works for everything. He doesn't quit on plays. Yeah, big fan. But killing time while we wait for the anthem to come. But no, I'm a big time fan. Like I said, one of the best things that could have happened to Carly was getting Riley Smith back. Oh, which, good news. Mark Stone should be on the ice tonight. Not sure. I mean, you know how hockey is with playing it close to the chest about announcing injuries. But Stone, I'm not sure what ended up happening to Stone. However, he is supposed to be back tonight. And that is huge. Are they going to screw us on the anthem again? Oh, man. So proud. It's going to be very quiet. That's going to be who bright stripes and bright star. Here we go. Nice. Alrighty. The dude does a couple embellishments I'm not a fan of, I must admit. Uh-oh, what happened to the feed? Make sure we're not missing anybody from the list. Everybody's the same for Washington. Let's go Martin Robinson, Blake Call Kokaniemi, Ross Lefig, Spear, Burns, Walker, and Slavin. So everybody doing good. Sweden U.S. final. U.S. lost 3-0 to Switzerland today. Sweden won against Finland 2-1. Sweden stay winning. Right on. Good for Sweden. Shout out to y'all over there for getting the wins in. I gotta admit, like, it's something. This play. I even missed a game yesterday because just life happens. This has taken up all my time, so I haven't seen anything about what's happening. Like, I don't even know what to call it. Worlds. Like, I gotta admit, I am completely out of the loop when it comes to that. I don't even have. I don't have an opinion because I would be the least. It would be the least educated opinion. Period. All right, Caps get it out of their zone after Carolina wins the opening faceoff. Chikrin working up the ice. World Championship, yeah, okay. Puck on the high wall. Bellivier is not able to rein it in, and the puck ends up out. Roy headed back the other way. Strome gets it across to the middle. Storming in. Backhand by Carlson. Is that Carlson or McMichael? That was McMichael. My apologies. Svechnikov takes a shot on LT. That's stopped. Puck to the low point. Sent back down all the way around to the high point shot. Puck comes to the left side of the Capitals' goal. Washington finally able to get it out. Gets it up ahead. Shot. Looks like it hit the post. Who was that? Duhaime. No, that was Protas, 21. Duhaime's 20. Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong team. 22 is Duhaime. 21 is Protas. Protas has been a force, man. Lot of opportunity. He could be like above and beyond everybody right now with the amount of opportunities he's had. He's just been stopped. So the low point, Van Riemsdyk looking for a place to go. Shoots it. Stopped by Anderson. Will Carrier trying to get it out. Poked away by Alexiev. Okay. Too many teams in my head right now. I was thinking Lustrinin, but that's the that would be the Panthers. All the way down, coming out of the Carolina zone. Hall takes a shot, kicked away to the high boards. Roslovic trying to get it down low. But Hurricanes get it out. Back into the Carolina zone behind Anderson. Chatfield looking for something to do with it. Washington starting off the way they need to, just full court press. Orlov beats the icing down, but played by Logan Thompson. Hall has it, gets it around the low board. Stankoven gets it up a little higher, back down low. Hall leaves it. Caps get there first. Roy sends it to the high boards. Leonard plays it back down. And the Capitals finally get it out. Across the red line, Mangiapane tries to get it ahead, but it's taken back the other way by the Hurricanes. Carlson from behind Logan Thompson setting up. Takes the low board route. Passed all the way along, tipped, and frozen in neutral till Bellivier comes in. Gets it to Dowd, who tips it forward. Puck swung around to the low boards. Tipped out. Carolina trying to break the other way. That's shut down by Dowd. And that was Robinson hoping to get some momentum back towards the Capitals net. In neutral, another good battle. Bellivier shoots. Stopped by Anderson, and he will freeze it. Think he had Sandin across. Looked for the pass. Couldn't find the route to him, so went for the shot, and Anderson makes a good save. Yeah, Protus beat Anderson, ends up hitting the post, glove side post. So already a couple of good chances for Washington. Not much going for Carolina. 3 minutes and 21 seconds in. Shots are 4-1 Capitals. Face off to the left of Anderson. Aho wins it off a skate. Dubois ends up with it. Trying to get back through the center. And in neutral, it's taken away. Capitals checking aggressively. McMichael just going at it. Slavin comes in, decides to shoot it. Looked like he was going to send it around the boards, but took a whack at the net. Ooh, a little bit of a trip there. Nothing going. Puck behind Anderson. Burns. High wall. Nope. High circle. Aho in neutral. Svechnikov gets it to Aho. Crossing back and forth. To the middle. Shot by Jarvis. Shut down by Logan Thompson, and Dubois carries it out up to Carlson, but he loses it off the stick. And then a turnover to Tom Wilson back the other way. Foot race between Wilson and Will Carrier. Wilson wins it. Now Ovechkin in deep in the Carolina side. Gets it to the point. Thrown towards the net. It goes behind the cage. Up the low wall. Carlson throws it wide. Back around to the low wall. Tom Wilson leaves it on the boards. The pass to the point gets taken. Orlov trying to beat Carlson. Shoots. Goes wide of the net. Follow-up shot. Swung and missed by Carlson. And the Capitals come back the other way. Ovechkin trying to make moves. Stuck on the high boards. Tips it over. Strome shoots and misses. And the puck comes back out through neutral. Washington. Van Riemsdyk tosses it deep. Mangiapane goes down chasing. And the Capitals end up getting it towards the net. No going as it leaves the zone. Right back in. Carolina has got to get something set up. Hall breaks in. He tries to leave it back. They're really trying to force puck movement. They have opportunities to get set, and they're rushing themselves. Hall around the Washington net. To the point, shot. Hits Leonard out high, who takes a little bit of a fall. Puck all the way down. Dude, that was a little bit of a move. Who was that dude? Haim just working his way. Taking the jump past him route to get down low into the corner. Washington into the zone. Duhaime has it through the middle. To the point. Shot. Glove knocks it to the back wall. Oh, Kokoniemi just fell over. He does get it out. But we are adding saves to Anderson's portfolio. Oh, shit, I gotta sneeze. Puck comes all the way in across the Carolina crease. No one there to tip it towards the net. Michael gets it to Carlson at the point. Carlson saved by Anderson. High circle coming down to the low circle. Carolina chucks it out, and it's out of play. 13-12 to go in the first. And a few opportunities coming for Washington. Not much for Carolina. Hasn't been much development at all for the Hurricanes. However, Washington is just getting set. Now, Carolina has had plenty of opportunity to carry the puck in, but they just decide to force passes or force shots. And, it's good to get it on net, but they're so hell-bent on getting to the net, they're not even trying to look for a lane. Beautiful day for some hockey. Hey, doing good, buddy. How are you doing, Jesus? Take a look at some stats. Shots are 6-3 Washington. Carolina's 3 for 4 on the faceoffs. Hits are 3 apiece. Block shots are 3-2 Washington, and Carolina has 1 giveaway. So really, just not much going at the moment. Took the under 5.5. Hey, cheers, buddy. That is absolutely reasonable. Get this loaded up real quick while we wait for the commercial to come back. But yeah, Carolina needs to just relax. They're kind of panicking once they walk into the offensive zone. So, I mean, they got across the blue line. They're making the way to the top of the dots, and then they just either shoot it and it's a one and done, or like I said, they try and make an extra move instead of passing back high to the point. And yeah, if they would stop doing that shit, just walk it in, walk it across the dots, take it to the wall, kick it back to the point, go across the blue line. Just it's kind of typical your typical entry and setup. They're trying to do all this extra stuff, and it's like right now, Washington is kind of showing you can just walk across the blue line. So just do it. Like I know that's like, huh? No shit, huh? It's that easy? It's like, I mean, maybe. You haven't tried yet, so it's probably this series has been pretty chill. Yeah, there's been some shenanigans. But it has been pretty chill. I'm waiting like I said at the beginning. I'm waiting for Washington to come out and just going ape shit and hitting everybody. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure they're scared to go apeshit. Or not scared, that's not the right word. But they know they're going to get called for penalties. And they know Carolina's doing pretty good on the power play. So maybe it's not the best idea to go crazy at them. Because if they go to the box, they lose. That's kind of my assessment of this series so far. I would love to see Washington start playing like Washington. Just hit the shit out of everybody. We'll deal with the consequences later. Like score. Forget about defense. Like instead of playing good D, just make them afraid of us and let's go get the win type shit. Capitals come in through neutral. Mangiapane dumping it in. I think. No, that was Sandine dumping it. Slaps in the hammock, might pass out, but I'm listening. Hey, good shit, dude. I'm envious. I miss having a hammock, man. That was my favorite shit in the world, was just chilling outside listening to music. Carolina might have gotten away with tripping Sandine. Puck works up front. Thompson kicks it to the back wall. Good save on a quick redirect towards the net. Blake all the way back. Puck deflected into the zone. Ovechkin shoots and he misses wide. Cross the red line into the zone. Svechnikov shoots it off the back wall. Back to on the high boards. Capitals get it. Hit a body out front. Into the blue line. That little extra move cost him. Chikrin made a little extra move. And it puts the Capitals offside. Face off to neutral. Of course. Neither side really doing too well to get set up close to the net. I said Washington has definitely had more opportunity, but no one's really getting tight inside the dots and trying to put something on. It's just both sides do a pretty good job of shutting down the middle for the most part. Puck in the Washington zone. Sent out high, all the way down, and Orlov wins the race. We have an icing. Orlov versus Leonard, and Orlov wins. 11:18 to go in the first. Shots are 7-3. Face off is to the right of Logan Thompson. That's kind of depressing. Shouldn't have done that. Puck up through the zone. Carolina keeps it in. Aho from the point swings or shoots it wide. Excuse me. Mangiapane under pressure turns it over. Slavin gets it up towards Jarvis, but it goes wide of Thompson. Carolina finally getting more than one opportunity on an offensive zone possession. Another shot stopped by Logan Thompson. Rebound shut down. That's a high stick. Another stoppage. 10:38 to go in the first. Face off in front of Logan Thompson. Jarvis had a really good shot, and if he could have gone just a little higher, he had LT beat, dude. Logan Thompson hit his knees, tried to find it, and as it came in, it hit him in the shoulder, and when he looked, Chatfield down through the corner, plays it around to Carrier, turns in a quick shot. Puck's loose off front, Stahl trying to get it through Logan Thompson, and we have another whistle as LT freezes it. Shot attempts this series are 85-44 in favor of Carolina. That is insane. It's Washington's averaging less than 15 shots a game. So yeah, all the smart money's on Carolina. Oh, tipped away. Great play by the Canes. Who was that? I can't see the number. That's a high stick. Delayed call. Sandin sends it around the high boards. Kept in. Blake challenging. Comes all the way to Carlson in the low corner. Gostisbehere keeps it in. Back the other way. Sandin able to get it out. Right back to Robinson in the zone. Kokaniemi loses the puck, but he's able to get it to Gostisbehere on the point. Gostisbehere shoots and he scores! And then there's a little bit of contact after, which is funny as shit. But Carolina gets the goal. I said it at the beginning. Carolina winning is the smart money. Absolutely. Gostisbehere does a great job keeping it on the blue line. He shoots, and I don't know if it was tipped or what. Kokaniemi battling down, creates a screen in front of Thompson. I think I say I typically take the underdog just because I want more hockey. But I really don't think there's a world where Carolina loses in this arena against a Washington team averaging 15 shots a game. Less than 14.33 shots per game. Puck comes all the way back behind Thompson up to the point. Slavin across the blue line. Burns shoots. Goes past the net. Hall recovers. Back to Burns. Another shot kicked wide by Thompson. From behind the net, Capitals try to take the low boards out. Slavin stops it. Gets it down to Stankoven. Back to Slavin. Shot kicked. The shot ends up kicked all the way down behind Anderson. And now, from a 6-1 shots on goal advantage for Washington, shots are now 9-7 Carolina. Absolutely insane how quick this game changes. That's one thing my dad and I were talking about, Pops and I. They've got, what is it, they keep talking about Edmonton getting these comeback wins, most comeback wins in history. And that's cool and all, but if they would have beat us if they would have beat Vegas 2 nights ago, they would have considered that a come from behind win, even though they were up 2-0 to start. But since we went up 3-2 and they tied it 3-3, if they'd have won, that would have been a come from behind win for Edmonton. I think that's stupid. There's something else about that. There's a reason I went on that tangent. I can't remember what it is. Dubois just slashed the shit out of Svechnikov after Svechnikov hit him. And that's offsides by a while. And Svechnikov just going and giving shit to Roy. And now Jarvis gets in there. It looked like Svechnikov went and started the shit, and Roy just responded. What are they both going? All right. Commercial break. Faceoffs took a complete slump. Hurricanes were 3 for 4. Now they're 4 for 12. Hits are 6-5 Carolina. There's 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first. After more than 12 minutes of hockey, there have been 11 hits. Washington has 6 blocked shots to Carolina's 3. Again, that's the thing. They're just giving, dude, they give Carolina so much space to work. And I mean, obviously they're getting the block shots. They average 35 block shots a game. But I'm starting to see that it's because they just give Carolina so much room. And, it's cool to block 33 shots, but not when you're letting up 37. You know what I mean? So, Washington needs to shut down the space. They're letting them have the outside, and it's obviously not a good idea because there's so much traffic in front of LT. Most of the shots he's facing, he's realizing that it's coming, when it's already 2/3 of the way there. So, here we go. Jarvis 2-minute minor for roughing. Is that the only penalty? Probably because he went and joined in, which was stupid. I mean, Svechnikov, like I said, Svechnikov looked like he went and skated down Wall just to start some shit. He was getting into it with Dubois. Sorry, Roy. I guess his name's Roy. I'm used to it being Wall. But Svechnikov went after Roy just after he was going back and forth with Dubois. So I don't know why Jarvis would go and get involved in it. It really wasn't a big deal at the moment. But Jarvis ends up getting the roughing penalty, and Washington is on the power play. See if I can get this done real quick. Boom. Capitals out of their own zone. Cross the red line. In on Anderson, who just shoots it right back up the gut. LT sets it for Carlson. He'll retreat. Can't see the number. Leaving it at the red line. Leonard in. Nope, that's Chikrin. Puck goes up and out of play off the tip. 1:12 on the power play. 6:51 to go in the first. Shots are 9-8. All right. Face off to the right of Anderson. Little battle in the high circle. Ovechkin kicks it down the wall. Tom Wilson gets it all the way down to the low boards. To the point. Strome across. Ovechkin gets the tip off Tom Wilson. Shut down by Anderson. And Carolina gets the puck all the way back to the Capitals net. Strome across his blue line. To the red and in. Chased down on the low wall by Mangiapane. Held off beautifully by Orlov. Puck comes up to Aho. He kicks it ahead to Robinson. Robinson shoots, but he forgot the puck. Washington was more pissed off at Robinson. Instead of going for the puck, both guys went to hit him. And Carolina kills off another few valuable seconds of the Washington power play. Capitals across their own red line. Hits a skate, and that's offsides. And that should be a face-off in the Washington zone. That 100% looked to me like intentional offsides. Yeah, because it's offsides. Everybody knows it is. He clearly knows it is. Because right there, he's looking at it. I don't know. I'd have probably called that intentional. I doubt. I'm willing to bet, yep, we're facing off in neutral. Dubois versus Martinook on the dot, and Dubois wins it. Puck dumped into the Carolina zone on the low boards. Stuck in the corner. Capitals get it. Trying to turn with it was McMichael, but he turns it over. We're at full strength. Jarvis takes a shot, and he goes over the net. And up and out of play. Yeah, all right, we are at commercial break. See if I can do this real quick. I'll tell you what, we'll take this one and we'll make it blue. And then we'll do copy and paste. Do this one and we'll make this one red. And now when we have power plays, we will just flip the colors. Boom. Sweet. I should have done that a long time ago. But now it's done, so whatever. Why does that bug me so much? There we go. Alrighty. Not much going for Washington on that power play, which is essentially what we've come to expect from Washington. The Capitals just cannot put it together with an extra man. Now, granted, they can't really do much with the with 5-on-5 either. I mean, they got what? I'm pretty. Whoops, wrong thing. Because one was overtime and one was an empty net. So they've got. Oh, wait, no, that was Carolina overtime. Excuse me. So they've got 1, 2, 3. Washington has 3 goals when a goalie's in net, and this is game number 4. So, woof. And like I said, they're averaging, 14.333 shots per game. The fact that they're at 8 right now is damn near a miracle. Carolina from their own zone up to Hall across the red line. He passes it up to the high boards and Stankoven sends it in. Capitals lose it as they try to work it out. And from the point, who is that? Oh, we got an icing, but who was that? I couldn't see. Don't think it was Carrier. It had to be Walker. It does, Capitals give it to him at the high point. No pressure. It's got options, and he goes right down the boards to lose it. I'm ready for tonight's game, man. Puck through. Blake sends it out of his zone. It's going to take a minute for the Capitals to reset, but Carolina heads the other way. Kokaniemi trying to kick it forward to Robinson, but the pass does not connect. Van Riemsdyk behind his own net. Capitals play a little bit of catch, and they're able to take a moment and reset. Van Riemsdyk, low boards, goes up ahead, and through neutral, Capitals end up with it in the zone. Alexiev throws it towards the net. It goes wide. Bolivier resetting. Goes up the high boards. Kicks it all the way around down low. To the point. Can't remember who that is. Van Riemsdyk throws it on net. Chatfield sends it wide. Or I guess towards the net. Kokaniemi battling Bolivier. And Kokaniemi wins that one. Orlov puts on some pressure, and he's able to get it out. Van Riemsdyk dumps it deep and goes for a change. Burns back against Ovechkin. Carolina able to get the puck up the low wall. Great pass all the way through. Martin Hook battling 1-on-2. He's able to get it into the corner. Aho chasing down Carlson. Is that... Are we getting a high stick or what? Chikrin just looked like he got nailed with a sniper shot. I'm assuming it's a high stick. 4-minute double minor. Let's see how the Capitals do. The first power play was a disaster. Yep, Martin goes for the stick lift on Chikrin and whacked him square in the face. Definitely have a little bit of blood, and we are 4 minutes for Washington. With 3:36 to go in the first. Face off to the right of Anderson. Strome versus Stahl. Strome wins it. Puck to the point. Carlson keeps it in. Towards the center. And it comes out. Good pressure by the Hurricanes. Down the low boards. Strome tries to go across the ice. Hits his skate. Carlson to Ovechkin. Ovechkin to Chikrin. Back behind his own net. Good. Like I said, good pressure from the Hurricanes penalty kill for sure. Good reason they are very successful. Puck comes all the way up and around. Ovechkin gets his hit in, but it's all right because the puck got cleared. I think that was Jarvis taking the shot. And now we have an offsides on Washington. Carolina is shutting down. Like, I don't know why they're not playing this fantastic 5-on-5. Because they're like, if they could play a man down, they'd probably be winning 3-0. It's wild to watch this. Ovechkin has 4 shot attempts in the second round. He has been non-existent in this series. 3 minutes to go on the Washington power play as the Caps turn it over in the Hurricane zone. Ooh, Hurricanes had an opportunity, just not quite fast enough. And McMichael makes a good play. Puck on Logan Thompson, but he kicks it away. Minute 20 gone on the power play. 2 1/4 to go in the first. Through Capitals enter the zone, and they are shut down right at the blue line. Again, 95+% penalty kill in the playoffs. New Jersey, I think, scored 1. I don't know. New Jersey didn't score any. I'm pretty sure Carolina has given up 1 power play goal, and it's 1 to the Capitals. Thompson battling at the low boards, gives up the puck, and Carolina clears. First penalty is over. 90 seconds to go in the first. Capitals dump it in. Anderson tries to play it up the boards. It's stopped in the corner, and Orlov sends it barely out. Tried to go rink wide. But Capitals retreat back to their zone. Big stretch pass right up and a turnover. 2-on-1. Aho and Robinson. Pass to Robinson. Shot stopped by Logan Thompson. Best opportunities by far have gone to the Hurricanes as we're under a minute to go. Capitals back into the Carolina zone. Chatfield leaves it back and they clear. Unbelievable how good Carolina's penalty kill is and how bad Washington's power play is. It's kind of a combination of both, but way more credit to Carolina. Puck frozen on the low board. Stahl battling for it with McMichael. McMichael gets it to Sandin. Pass to the high dot. Shot. Goes all the way around the net and out. 15 seconds to go in the first. Not sure. I thought that would have been an icing, but Bird pass to the front. McMichael leaves it back. Shot. Misses the net. Great opportunity for Dubois. And he goes wide of the cage. And we are going into first intermission. 24 seconds left on the Washington power play. Shots. 13-8 Carolina, and the Hurricanes lead it 1-0. 3.5 minutes. To be honest, actually, let's go back. 5.5 minutes worth of power plays, and Washington has looked like a junior squad with an extra man. Like, again, I want to take the underdog just because I want more hockey. But if I'm betting actual money, and I say this at the beginning of the game, any actual money bet has got to be bet on Carolina because Washington just looks like straight garbage. And like I said, it's a little piece of Washington looking like trash, and a big piece of Carolina just destroying right now. I mean, you look at how the game started. Again, Washington had like 6 shots to Carolina's 1. And it was looking all Washington. Carolina couldn't enter the zone. That's what I was complaining about earlier. It's like, guys, you're skating it in. You're skating it across the blue line and then trying to force these passes or force these shots. You're one and done if you even get one to the net and you're headed back the other way. Slow the hell down. Calm down. Relax. Skate it across the line. Don't worry about the dump and chase. Like, Now, granted, the guys are starting to skate a little bit faster, but skate it across the line. Washington's letting you. Skate it in, cross the ice, up to the wall, kick it back down the wall. They are letting you do it. And now Carolina is getting in and setting up. They're setting up quick. They're getting multiple opportunities. Logan Thompson's the reason this game ain't worse than it is in the way of being, 6-1 or something. Maybe not that bad. It could be like 3-1. Anderson has looked fantastic. At first, LT wasn't facing tough shots. That's changed. And he's not seeing many of it. Just Carolina has figured out pucks to the net, bodies to the net, scores goals. They got guys in front of the net creating traffic at all times, and their one goal is to get the puck to the goalie. How do you know that? Because every game they have 30 shots, and Washington has 30 blocked shots. So they are just throwing the puck. And again, the shots are 85. Coming into this game, shots were 85-44 Carolina. So far, I take it. Thought nobody scored yet. Yeah, no, Carolina scored. But Washington has 24 seconds on a 4-minute double minor. I thought they would have at least an opportunity, but the Carolina penalty kill is ferocious. Yeah, best off. What? We've had almost 4 minutes there plus another power play, right? Yeah. So in 5.5 minutes of power play time, I don't think the Capitals have a shot. They barely have, total, they may have about 22 seconds in that 5.5 minutes where they were in the Carolina zone. It is nuts how good Carolina's PK is. How are we looking right now on time? All right, I am going to take a minute. I was hesitating, but I got no one in the house, so I'm going to enjoy it. Be back in just a few moments. The timer will be on. See you guys shortly. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to be that loud.
dreams, write them down, write down your dreams, write down your dreams. Don't forget to write down your dreams. More silence, more silence. And now, it's time to go. My journey to where I'm going is steady and still silent. I gather my belongings and my clothes, my garments, my gloves, my socks, my heels, and I put them together in a way that I'm telling a story with my appearance. The silence starts to break. I start to sing to myself, engage how I feel. I put my clothes on, and still more silence, more silence. Where's my water? Drink plenty of water. Be fluid, be one with water, be one with air. Preparing myself for the adventure, for the purpose of music, for the sound to grow within my belly. I am ready to start my day. can tell we need to talk about things, so I'll let you start. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I understand that. You need help with what you say? Oh, that's...
Okay. I have to go through and like curate a playlist because all I do. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. YouTube has music now that you can pick from that they guarantee is copyright safe. Right? And so, like, I'm typically nervous about music because I've done non-copyright music and had it be copyright struck. So now they have that, and it's like, okay, cool, I'll just hit play, let that go. I'm not worried about these songs. Shit. My bad, y'all. So, yeah, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, go through and actually pick stuff that's just like a lo-fi, like, chill beat. Because that's more the goal. Just get something relaxing. But damn, dude, I don't know what the hell that was. But it was not intentional. Oh, man. So Washington needs the conversation they need to have is, guys, shoot the fucking puck. Again, they did. The fact that they have like 9 shots already is above and beyond what I would have expected from them. But, like, they're blocking shots like crazy. Carolina's not. Yet Carolina's still getting the puck to the net way more. What else is going on? You know, at the start of this series, my faith is definitely in LT being the better goalie and getting proven wrong. Anderson has been the better goalie. Granted, he's had again. You know what? I'm trying to work my way through some stuff, but everything comes back to the fact that Washington is blocking more than 30 shots a game and allowing more than 30 shots a game at the same time. Like, Carolina is just the better team. I gotta admit, I'm a little bit surprised. Not too surprised, but a little bit. To take the best or the most goal scoringest player out of contention, just completely make him non-existent while even on the power play. Shout out to Carolina. 35 seconds on the big screen in the arena. Oh, I didn't realize. Whoops. Okay. There, reset. And again, Washington on the power play for another 24 seconds. Oh, something I didn't do. I totally forgot about. So we'll do it now before this starts. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes. Shane Gostisbehere. Close enough. Assisted by Kokoniemi and Robinson. Gotta get the goal calls in. 10 seconds left on the Washington power play. And Stahl gets it clear. 1. And Carolina has... Okay. I 2-on-1 coming back the other way. Pass around. Nope, couldn't get through Roy. And Chikrin gets it up to Dubois. Gets it clear. Or is that Tom Wilson? That was Tom Wilson. I wanted to say they beat off the extra man. The extra man advantage. Yeah. Anyway. 4-minute double minor stop by Carolina. Into the zone. Shot. Fought off by the glove of LT. The rebound goes in from close range, and that is Jarvis burying it in the net. LT thought he made the glove save, but the puck came out of his glove, dropped right next to him on the crease. Oh, no, he didn't think he gloved it. He realized he missed it. And he went into panic mode, couldn't find it. It dropped just to his left outside of the crease. Unfortunate, man. Logan Thompson. Blake entering the Capitals zone. And Washington. Protas. Cross the blue line. Dumping it deep-ish. He does. Dubois. All right. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes. Seth Jarvis. Assisted by Aho and Orlov. Battle behind and to the left of Anderson on the wall. Finally gets moved up into the high corner. Up the high wall. All the way back. No icing. Alexiev out of his own zone off the stick of... I don't remember who that is. Mangiapane plays it down and around. Taken by Carolina, who are going to leave the zone. Eller. Leonard. Logan Thompson plays it around. It's not out. Capitals fumble. Roslovic trying to get it through the center. Eventually gets it down low. Kept in at the point. Shot on net. Gloved and frozen by Logan Thompson. LT played it up the boards. Washington couldn't get it out. Dude, that goal's on Logan Thompson. He has to catch that puck. A great shot by Aho. Great job by Jarvis to follow it up. That's one thing that with Vegas, we'll have three guys coming crashing towards the net, but the two that don't have the puck, they go past the net, back to the boards, into the corner, and out, rather than trying to make a cut towards the net. Something I wish Vegas would do a little bit better. Just under 3 minutes gone in the second. Shots are 15-9. Carolina Hurricanes up 2-0 on the Capitals. Face off in neutral. And Dowd wins it. Chikrin trying to go all the way up. And we've got an icing. Oh, these stoppages. Gostisbehere was the faster man. Puck in the high circle. Shot. Hits skates out high. And the Capitals are going to get it sent all the way down. And that's an icing. Kind of special teams Eagle shit. Mel, yes, absolutely. But also, shout out to the Carolina penalty kill. But yes, you are right. But everything that Carolina on the power play, or everything Carolina did on the power play between the top of the circles and the blue line, is exactly what the Capitals aren't doing 5-on-5. Ooh, little bit of contact down low as Kokoniemi gets the puck up and out. Blake, he's got 2-on-1. Little move, gets it across, and Gostisbehere cannot find the puck to put it in the open net. Great move by Blake. Pass just doesn't quite hook up. Kokoniemi into the zone with help, and he misses the pass to Martinook. Back out front, and the puck comes to Ovechkin. Into neutral is Wilson. He gets it to Ovechkin. Pass to the high circle. Stopped by Anderson. Strome with a good shot, but kept it low as Anderson came headfirst towards him. Gotta elevate the puck, guys. 4.5 gone in the second. Burns dumps it in for Carolina to the high boards. Shot towards the net goes wide. Battle for it on the low boards, out into neutral, and Capitals. Sandin dumps it down in all the way around up high. Carolina sends it back into the Washington zone. Sandin straight through the middle, turned over to Carolina at neutral. Tipped in by Svechnikov, and Van Riemsdyk is going to get it to the high boards where it's cleared. Dumped in. McMichael chasing it versus Chatfield. Chatfield gets there first. And Carolina not able to get out. Good pressure by Protas on the low wall just across the blue line. And then Aho gets it clear. Van Riemsdyk taking the high boards in. That is offsides. An extra little shot. Is that Mangiapane? That absolutely was. Wilson absolutely grabbing the stick. See, Strome gets that up in the air. He has a chance. He put it in the one place where Anderson was going to make the save. Down low. Face off to the right of Thompson. Van Riemsdyk gets it, goes up the high wall. And I'm not sure what we got. I'm actually a little bit confused. Dude, Ovechkin has 9:30 of ice time, 8 shifts. There have been 6 minutes of Washington power plays, and Ovechkin doesn't have a shot on goal. Good job, Carolina. So the right of Thompson, Eller versus Roslovic. Capitals win it. Van Riemsdyk behind his own net. Up and out, Orlov sends it right back in. Carolina did not fully reset. Does not matter as the puck comes out and back in. Stankoven sends it deep for Hall to chase. Van Riemsdyk battling him. Van Riemsdyk gets his ass kicked by Tanner Hall. Just in a speed way. Just in a playing way. That was like, wow. Eller in all the way across the ice. Leonard from the low circle misses the net. Orlov against Mangiapane. Roslovic comes to help, gets it clear. Stankoven into the zone. 3-on-2 Carolina. Chatfield shot stopped by Logan Thompson. Chatfield went right into the chest. He aimed right here. Like, dude, LT's already shown you that he's shook. It's already shown you that you can beat him to the glove. Go for it. Vegas has that problem where we just hit goalies right in the center of the chest. It's either that or against Pickard. It was, we kept trying to beat him 5-hole or under the pads or pads on the post, stuff like that. He has shown you over and over again that when he hits the ice, his pads are glued to the ice. Stop trying to go low, hit the corners. But now Skinner, I believe Skinner is expected to play for Edmonton tonight. I do have to see. Like I said, I believe that is what I saw. Damn. What is that? Parkway Tavern has a sign and they put up 00.4 Go Knights Go. Some good shit in here. Damn it, I don't want to see this. I was trying to find... what was I trying to find? Oh, yeah. I'm trying to see Tim. I saw a couple of replays and totally forgot what I was looking at. But I just have little faith in Logan Thompson. Hey, Mel, don't ever apologize for having an opinion. It doesn't... No matter what I say about who. But, because honestly, I have little faith in Logan Thompson as well. He shook. It's, the first, I already forgot what happened on the, oh, hang on. I didn't mean to do that. Let me see what happened on the first goal because I already forgot. But that second goal was 100% LT's fault, Oh, yeah, that's right. The shot from Gosh to be here on the point. Like, that first one was his defense just not clearing out the traffic in front of him. But the second one was just him not catching the puck. Like, he's, like, again, it's, I'm with you on that. We'll just leave it at that. And it hurts me to say it as much as I love the guy, but no icing. He waved it off as it crossed the red line. 7 minutes gone in the second period. Martin Hook taking it up in the high corner. Down to Stahl. Chikrin forces it up. Everybody just got involved. Ovechkin on the low wall hits the shit out of Burns. And Tom Wilson has it not out. Swung back on Thompson. Kick to the low wall. Chikrin gets it through neutral. Ovechkin didn't like Carrier bumping into him, trying to fight for the puck. Can't cry. Oh, yeah, no. Dude, 5.5 is a good under for this game. Yep. Of course, I mean, I have told you about jinxing yourself. So if another goal comes in the next minute or so, I am going to laugh. I just want you to be aware. Towards the net, and Washington's going to send it all the way back down the ice for an icing. 11:46 to go in the second. Shots are 18-11 Carolina. Dude, Carrier, there's a reason that he's one of my favorite people. Dude, Ovechkin just got away with blasting Chatfield in the face. But Ovechkin hit Carrier, so as into the box. So as he comes back to the ice, he just grabs on his stick and starts messing with him and then hits him a couple times. And just piss. Oh, shot! Stopped by Logan Thompson. Capitals just gave up the puck to Aho right in the center of the ice. Washington gets it not too deep as Carolina, Chatfield passes it ahead and the puck comes out. Logan Thompson is overrated. I would see him in goal for Canada in February. I mean, that's an opinion. I mean, in my opinion, his stats from the regular season, I wouldn't, like, if you're looking at those, overrated, you know, is what it is, if that's what you think. I'll say he has definitely struggled. Like, his playoff struggles last year, I understand. And then this year, it's just, oof, dude, what are you doing? But, 10:46 to go in the second. Shots are 20-11 Carolina. William Byron. Yeah, little dude. It's funny. They had to tap him on the shoulder. They look like they're going, hey, stop. As he's cranking the siren. Couple good saves by Anderson there. High wall. Tom Wilson circling back to the point. Backhands it to the low wall. Roy throws it on Anderson, who makes the save. Diving kick stick to keep it deep. Wilson centers it. And Strome missed the net. Shot from Roy goes wide. Sandin to the high corner. Pass. Shot from the point goes wide of the net off the tip. Out front by Ovechkin. And Carolina gets it clear. You keep doing it to yourself. Puck all the way back. No icing. Chikrin was calling for the pass all the way up. Didn't exactly, that didn't happen. Puck comes around to Carolina, and it's out. Van Riemsdyk kicks it back. Couple stick battles, and what do we got, an offsides, or is it a penalty? I'm guessing it's just an offsides on Carolina. Hey, Ovechkin finally has a shot on net. I still can't believe he didn't have a shot on net for 6 minutes of penalty time. Power play time. Bro, it is windy as shit. It's even windier than it was yesterday, and it was kind of funny yesterday because riding the bike uphill into that killed me. Knights have big edge for Skinner in that, bro. I agree with you, Major. And like I said, as far as I know, Skinner is returning, so they do have an advantage. Obviously not a big one, though, because, I mean, we won with less than a half a second to go. But there is an advantage. Dude, the way Vegas emptied the air out of that arena, the one thing I'm worried about is the same thing I am always worried about when we play Edmonton. and it's who's going to get hurt. Because, like, the Stoney thing was an accident. Like, he lost it. He slipped out, went into the guy's knee. Thankfully, as far as everything has said, he'll be on the ice tonight. What happened to McNabb was just flat out dirty. Dirty. And like I said, Edmonton is 100% willing to go dirty. So I'm just worried. They're going to be pissed about the Game 3. And like I said, that's the one thing that makes me nervous is who's going to get hurt. There's one other thing I was thinking about with that, but I already lost the train of thought. Puck in the Capitals zone. Caps get it out. Mangiapane not able to catch up, and Carolina goes back the other way. Stankoven in. Right back out. Holland's up with the puck as Slavin took a little cross check by Leonard. Eller back the other way. Mangiapane cannot get it past Burns to get it deep, and we got an icing the other way. 8:46 to go in the second. And we'll have a face-off in front of Logan Thompson. And that would be interesting. Yep. The under on tonight's game? I wouldn't, but you do you. You never know. Burns up the ice. Settled by Roy. Back the other way. Dubois gets the puck in. Held up by Roslovic. To the point. Chikrin. To the middle. Under pressure. Not the best decision right there, but Protas gets it back. Just across the blue line into neutral, and Washington again can't get it in. I guess we're really not doing phrasing anymore, huh? Aho to Burns. Back to Aho as he comes across into the cap zone. Trying to feed it across was Svechnikov, stopped by the sticks of Washington. McMichael in neutral. Makes the red line, swings it around. Chatfield's there first. Carolina sets it behind the net. And they dump it from the red line into the Capital zone. And Tom Wilson's going to take it right back the other way. Leaves it off for Strome. Good entry by Washington. Leonard towards the net, saved by Anderson's blocker. Carlson throws it to the low corner. Strome trying to get it up the low board. Sandin. Little give and go, and they lose it on the low wall. The loss. Skinner does not recover mentally. Pickard was better. It's all over for the Oilers. Vegas 6. I like your confidence, Major. I said I'm taking the Knights tonight. Everything, like, I'm 100% taking the Knights tonight. But puck to the net. Thompson fights it off, and the Capitals are going to get it out. But I know, like, the referees are going to have to keep the guys safe because, like I said, I just expect the worst of the worst from Edmonton tonight. They have tendencies. Battle on the low boards. Wilson falls down. Couple of guys fall down. Puck the other way. Shot fought off by Anderson. I know who 22 for Washington is. I know who it is. I don't have to look. Oh, it is Duhaime. Why did I think it was somebody else? Anyway. Bet just bet against your team. Yeah, no, I never put money on a game Vegas is playing in. Because I'd be pissed about the money, or like I just the emotional hedge is enough gambling for me. I never put money on anything Golden Knights. Now, I understand what you mean, but the reality is no. I really don't. Like, I get it. I really do. But, nah, nothing to do with my team. Puck comes out to the center through neutral. Carolina gets it deep. Blake trying to chase it down as Van Riemsdyk sends it up the high corner. Kokaniemi sends it back down the other way, and Alexiev clears. Bolivier comes in hard and gets a shot on net that Anderson gloves and freezes. Chances that McDavid or Kane cheap shot someone, 99%. You know what, Mel? You're lowballing a little bit, but I'll agree with that. Dude, and add Donnell Nurse to that too. Because Nurse, there was something happened at the front of the net. Keegan Colasar ended up on his stomach on the ice, and Nurse was on top of him. He rolls on top of his back, put his stick right into the base of Colasar's skull, and then lean like doing a push-up to put all his weight right there and shove him down into the ice. And nothing. I feel like I'm the only one that saw that. Play dirty too. There's a good chance they come out dirty too. Well, that's the thing, Major. Some of the Golden Knights can react in a potentially dirty way. Alex Petrangelo's a piece of shit, and that slashing absolutely should have been called, and he got suspended for it. 100% agree with that. However, how they missed Evander Kane checking Alex Petrangelo in the face 10 seconds after the buzzer went, or 5 seconds after the buzzer went to end a period, I'm still pissed about that. But here's the thing. Here's the reality of it. Vegas really can't. I mean, it is very rare to see something dirty happen from the Golden Knights. And anybody that wants to go to like Nick Waugh getting the game misconduct for the cross-checking penalty, and like, why wasn't he suspended? Well, it might have to do with the fact that Nick Waugh played 494 games without ever receiving a cross-checking minor. So perhaps the fact that he was going after the puck and made a mistake was, I don't know, factual. Sorry, I'm ranting at this point. It was a commercial break, but Vegas really doesn't. And the best thing Vegas can do is stay disciplined. Like in 23 against the Dallas Stars, Vegas stayed disciplined. And that's what kept them out of the box a lot of times that there was potential for them to go. Capitals work their way out of the zone. Strome gets across the blue line, gets it to Ovechkin, dumps it low behind the net, but Burns recovers. And Carolina tips it all the way down, icing. Face off coming in front of Anderson. But one thing about Vegas, and anybody who wants to make the argument, fine. But Vegas doesn't have dirty players. There may have been a bad play or two that can be called a dirty play. Yeah, absolutely, Major. But yeah, there are plays that can absolutely be called dirty plays from the Knights. But there ain't a single player on our team that has a history of dirty plays. Like our guys don't. It's rare for our guys to get suspended. Guys will get fined for cross checks or high sticks, just like everybody else. But yeah, dirty is, there's not a player on our team that has any kind of history of being dirty. I'll say any disagreements with that, I'm happy to talk about. McMichael gets it in for the Capitals. Chatfield kind of half hits it as Dubois comes in and slams his ass. Chikrin shoots, hits the body out in front of him. And Carolina gets it clear. Van Riemsdyk through neutral. Walker chases it down, puts it in the high corner. Roslovic from the high circle gets it clear. Hall kicks it forward, back to Hall. Goes to the point, shot by Roslovic, swallowed up by Logan Thompson. And Roy is going and just giving shit to Stankoven. Just under 3.5 to go in the second. Oh, Stankoven was close on that tip, too. That shot had a lot of potential. Dude, it is windy as shit. Wind right now is 24 miles an hour, gust of 37. Carolina wins the face-off shot. Thompson makes the stop, sends the puck to the low corner. Stankoven trying to feed it around, taken by the Caps, and they will head out. Bellivier gets it into the zone. Stahl sends it behind the net, and Carolina will take the low boards out. Some disagreement from Dallas fans, but Tom, that is, Dallas fans are the stupidest people alive. Well, close, because I do have Oilers above the Stars in that regard. Nah. You know what? I'll tell you what, I do, but I'm willing to listen to the argument. Bellivier takes a shot that goes flying up into the net. That's like, dude. Well, McNugget is cheap after the whistle. Yeah, here's my thing. People want to bitch and moan about this or that. Like, say the hit that took out what's his name for the Dallas Stars. Stoney was tripped. He was blatantly tripped. The fact that the penalty wasn't on the guy that tripped Stoney is amazing because he was tripped. And people are like, well, he went for his knee. It's like, no, he didn't. He was making a play on the puck, and he got tripped. He's like, well, why was he leaned over like that? Because he was making a play on the puck. If he wasn't tripped, it would have been a normal play just like any other time that happens. However, since a guy took his skate out, he went down and ends up taking out dude's knee. And Dallas fans who are bitching about that, saying, oh, Mark Stone obviously dove for his knee. He's a dirty player. I'm like, seriously shove it up your ass, dude, because that's a joke. Oh, Tom Wilson just got punched in the face, and he is not happy about it. I don't see a number. It's stalled, just flat out punched. And now Carlson's punching Carrier. And now Strome's coming over. And Strome's like, dude, Carrier's just standing there. Dude, Carrier's going to the box for getting punched in the face. That Oilers will come out playing. It's just, they may. Chanting USA when the team is overwhelmingly non-American. Stupid thing ever. Mel, I will argue against that point 100% of the time, always and forever. It has nothing to do with the players. It has to do with the team. So I'm not mad at you for having the opinion, but I will argue against that 100% of the time, always. So, Washington power play? Carolina power play. Oh, Ovechkin tripped Slavin. And then everybody went to... Dude, how... Tom Wilson just straight punched Stahl in the face. So no wonder Tom Wilson got punched in the face. Like, how is Tom Wilson not in the box? I don't understand it. Capitals win the face-off, send it all the way down to Anderson. Carolina resetting from behind their own net. Gostisbehere kicks it back into neutral. Jarvis leaves it off to Blake. Jarvis chases it down low, trying to feed it to the center. It hits somebody, goes straight into the sky, out in front of the net, and the Capitals are able to kick it out through neutral. Through neutral again. Carolina gets it to the high circle. Shot hits something. Carolina able to keep it alive. Blake to the point. Top of the low circle. Aho back to Gostisbehere. Back to Aho from the low dot. Shot goes around the high boards and out. Minute gone in the Carolina power play. A minute 15 to go in the second. Says relevant in international tournaments. Almost with you in those cases. Go USA Hockey, but NHL game is nonsense. The Dallas Stars are an American team. I will disagree with you 1,000% of the time. The Dallas Stars are in Dallas. Dallas is USA. I don't give a shit what the team is made up about. It's USA hockey. Whether it's America versus Canada, doesn't matter. The Dallas Stars are a USA team the same way the Texas Rangers are, the same way the Dallas Cowboys are. It does not matter who is playing. It is irrelevant who's on the team. It is a matter of the team. Like I said, I don't hate you for having the opinion you have. I got nothing but love and respect for you. You know that, but I will always disagree with you 100% of the time. Burns throws it in. And Thompson makes the stop. Puck to neutral. Ovechkin tried to cherry pick a little bit, but he gets held up. Back in. Hall could not settle the puck to get a quick on. 1 second left. Burns going for the tip. And the second period is done. Like, here's the thing about USA. It doesn't matter what the event is. It doesn't matter if it's in America. There you go. I said, just to say it's nonsense, I can't disagree more with that. But we go into the second intermission. I almost said second period, but I'm not sure how Tom Wilson didn't go to the box for skating up and punching Stahl in the face, but the reaction came back and Wilson got a shot to the face, so I guess they just decided to call it good. And then Carrier got yelled at. He was just standing there getting punched in the face, which is like, all right, I guess that's what's going on now. A lot of guys, like everybody in that little group on the low boards, just kept getting punched. Everybody was just punching each other. The refs just sat there and were like, all right, yeah, no, go for it. Rather interesting how those penalties were handed out, but okay. So far, Washington, how many shots do they have? Let's take a look real quick. Shots are 25-15. So again, the shot opportunities just above and beyond for Carolina. Washington has slowed down on their block shots, but 14-8 in favor of the Capitals. Hits are 30-28 in favor of the Capitals. Washington 0 for 3, Carolina 0 for one on the power play. I thought they had one earlier, but they did not. So, again, no power play goals. Now, Carolina has proven that they're way more dangerous with the extra man than the Capitals ever hope to be. But hasn't really turned into anything. Or, sorry, I got everything mixed up. We had a 4-minute double minor for Washington to end the first period that they couldn't capitalize on. Anderson is, like I said, he's not being challenged very hard, but he's there 100% on point, like basically playing position goalie. He's not having to react to a whole lot just because Washington cannot get anything inside home plate. Like, once they get to the dots, that's about it. Nothing's getting in front for follow-up opportunities. Now, granted, Washington's done a pretty good job clearing out the front of the net as well. That second goal was very unfortunate. Just coming out of Logan Thompson's glove. But with that, Washington is doing a good job of clearing out the net after the shots already come and the danger's already the danger has passed. Like, they'll let traffic be there all day. The puck comes, hits something, either hits the goalie or hits body, drops in front of the crease. They're good at recovering from there. But if they could actually get people out from in front of their goalie, Logan Thompson could see the puck a little bit better. And a great example of that was Gostisbehere. Jesus. His goal from the point. Because LT couldn't see a damn thing until that puck was on his ass. And there was another one that hit him in the shoulder. He could not see. It hit him in the shoulder, and then he turned his head to be like, what was that? So, yeah, Washington needs to clear out traffic in front of their net. They've got to give their goalie a little bit of a better chance. Now, 100% admit that second goal's on Thompson. He should have gloved that puck. That's all there is to it. Shout out to Jarvis for following up and burying it. But yeah, to go with that, it's just he needs a little bit more help. It's crazy. Like, the biggest help that Logan Thompson could get is Washington setting up in the Carolina zone. And it's just not happening. Take some time. Take a minute or two. Get something on net. Get some high danger chances. Cause Carolina to panic a little bit. Cause them to ice it. Cause them to tire out and have to go for the quick change. For the dump and change. Washington's just not capable at the moment. It's wild to watch, but it's a big shout out to Carolina. I said it earlier. Everything that Carolina is doing, or on Washington's power play, so on the Carolina penalty kill, everything that Carolina is doing between the blue line and the top of the circles is the opposite of what Washington is doing. They own that space. If you want to fight me to go to the wall, fine. You want to try and go through me, try and go through me. Gossip is here. Yeah. Mel, the fun one is when it's like Gostisbehere to Svechnikov. Svechnikov to Stankov, and Stankov gets interrupted by Chicker, and Chicker, like when it's some of these guys' names, Bolivier, it's kind of fun, but it does tongue twister just a little bit. Like a lot of times if I don't say a name and I'm just saying Carolina does this or Washington does that, it's typically because I've just given up in that moment and trying to work my way through it. And like, I'm just trying to save the breath. But I appreciate that, Mel. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's what I was. Carolina again. It's just if you want to get from the blue line to the top of the dots, fight me, bro. And they're doing a good job of it. You want to take the boards, fine, but we're going all the way around. You're taking pressure into the corners. Doing a great job keeping everything outside. And Washington is just looking for something that isn't there instead of getting aggressive towards the net. Like, Washington's not hitting Carolina. They need to. And again, I think they're, except for what we just watched on that little group up at the wall, it's getting towards the end of the second period. Tempers are getting hot. Washington's losing. They kind of lose that mindset of don't go to the box, and they start reacting emotionally. So Washington is losing their shit, and now they're going to come back and try to be tough and try to hit and try to do this and try to do that. And yeah, it's going to be too late. They're going to end up in the box. Carolina's going to end up reacting, and we're going to have chaos. The refs have actually done a pretty good job. I mean, not really, but somewhat so far. Hungarian or something. He was born in Pembroke Pines, Florida. French. It's French. The There are a lot of pluses to the NHL app, I've got to say. And it links well to the website so you can check everything quick. So shout out to the ESPN app. It pisses me off a lot of the times, but otherwise it's not too bad. Toughest name to spell in the league, yeah. There are definitely a few. I said watching during the it's watching during the regular season. I can't remember a bunch of the teams, but it gets to be a real pain in the ass. Like, especially when, like, playoffs is fairly easy. The first round was tougher. I mean, trying to remember 16 rosters. As we get to 8 teams, it's a lot easier. But yeah, during the regular season, trying to figure out guys, it wasn't even worth it. It's a Basque name, okay. I would say all I saw was he's the son of a French highlight player, so I went with French. But if you're telling me Basque, I'll accept that you know more than me. Oh, that's another thing we need to check. How's Ovechkin doing? Because he had 1 shot on goal earlier. He has 2 shots. So he has 6 hits and 2 shots on goal. So he's actually starting to do something. After 14-22 on the ice and 15 shifts. Again, I can't believe it. No shots in 6 minutes of penalty times for Ovechkin. That's why I say their power play is shit right now in this series. But got to give a lot of credit to Carolina because their penalty kill has been on fire, dude. They're over 95.5 or 95%. Didn't give up a penalty power play goal to New Jersey. And they've only given up 1 to Carolina. Sorry, 1 to Washington. Fact, let me go to the team stats real quick. Boom. Yeah, 95.5% as of right now. And Carolina's 33 1/3 on power play. So Capitals need to do everything to stay out of the box. They did pretty good right there. I mean, they gave up a little bit, couple opportunities, but they did good for the penalty kill right there. Oh, sweet. Easy night tomorrow, guys. 5 p.m. Jets in Dallas against the Stars. Only one game tomorrow. And then the Golden Knights in Edmonton against the Oilers tonight at 6:30. We already know that's going to get pushed back. But what I'm going to do is just a couple minutes before 6:30, I'm going to bail. I'm going to end this stream, and then we're going to start up the Golden Knights stream. So that's good to go. And I mean, we may be puck drop probably won't be till like 6:50 something. You know what? Never mind. As I'm saying that, I'm like, never mind, because I should be able to pull up when they plan to have puck drop as it gets closer to 6:30. So forget everything I just said in the last like 20 seconds. Play it by ear. But at some point, we'll end this stream and start up the Golden Knights Oilers stream. And I am excited. Can't you tell? So can't you tell I'm just super thrilled? Because I'm super thrilled. Oh, I've got to admit, I was sitting here waiting for the commercial break to come back. I forgot that we were on intermission. No one ever accused me of being a thinking man. There's the timer. Okay. That gives us a little bit of a heads up at least. Let's take a look to see if any pregame is happening. See if we peek into one of these feeds. That's typically where we can end up finding the puck drop time. Dude, I happen to click on the away feed and they're showing Riley Smith's goal with 0.4 seconds to go on the clock off of Leon Draisaitl's stick. I still have no understanding of how that official did not see that puck go in. He is standing on the blue line. Riley Smith is clear, because you see it from the other angle. Riley Smith gets clear of the post as the puck goes in, and then he watches it come out, and he still waves it off. Game almost over. I got free beer money now. Nice. Not yet. We have, what's that say? 3 minutes? What's it say on here? Yeah, about 3 minutes till we come back from intermission. But so far, so good. It's looking a lot like looking a lot like Game 3. Ooh, like I said, I'm nervous about tonight. Not about a win or a loss. It's one thing try to always say. It's just hockey. But nervous about the guys getting injured. And I know I talked about that earlier, but I am still that's on the tip of my mind. Fuck. I really don't want anybody getting hurt, but playing Edmonton always makes me nervous. And sure enough, we get a can opener on McNabb. So it's just a good thing. Nabber's good. He wasn't on the he wasn't at morning skate, but he was in the other day for the game, so I gotta think he's okay. I was worried about Aiden Hill's neck after getting taken to the post the way that he did and having his mask yanked off. Which still pisses me off because I heard the commentator for whoever it was, Sportsnet or whatever, whoever had it on, goes, and the mask of Aiden Hill comes off real easy. And I couldn't believe he said that with what we watched. But, nervous. I'm not even a Vegas fan. I feel you, Mel. Hey, that's kind of how I felt with Dallas, Colorado. But I think, like I said, it's As long as the referees are on top of their shit, we'll be okay. And I know everybody, a Vegas fan bitching about the referees. It's like, for one, we're playing Edmonton. Everybody bitches about the referees when you're in Edmonton. I don't care what team you are, so I don't even want to hear that nonsense. But it really does depend on the referees calling penalties and keeping the game under control. What do I mean? Well, Jack Eichel catching a high stick and in front of the crease not getting called, the can opener against McNabb not getting called, all that stuff. So, and again, I always bitch about the refs. I bitch about missed calls or bad calls. The thing is, I don't expect perfection. I really don't. I just call shit out when I see it. However, the referees are going to need to be better than they've been for Vegas to have a chance, because I guarantee you the Oilers are pissed. And especially if Vegas comes out and scores first, fucking buckle up and get the stretchers ready, because some bullshit's about to happen. And it could be anyone on the team, but especially Evander Kane and Donnell Nurse. He says to start with, as long as the referees are on top of their... Yeah, exactly, Mel. Exactly. I add the caveat as something that needs to happen, not something that I believe will happen. I mean, it literally is like a man with $0 saying, if only I had $1 million. It's like, well, if my mother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. All right. As we get to 30 seconds gone in the third, shots at 25-15, Carolina Hurricanes leading 2-0. Ooh, that Ovechkin just went down awkwardly. Odds that they overlooked doing something illegal 100%. See, again, Mel, I feel like you're lowballing a little bit. Battle behind Anderson. Aho sends it up the boards, but not with much energy. Carolina comes away with it. Svechnikov across the red line, dumps it in. I didn't think Orlov got back on time, but no call from the linesman. And Washington takes the high road out, swatted down. Oh, offsides by... Delayed offsides, but Carolina just not playing with... I don't know what that was. Carolina just decided to loaf. They kind of decided the play was over, and it wasn't. See, I'm sorry. Like, Stahl ended up punching Wilson back, but Wilson should have been in the box for that punch. And, of course, he's not. Chikrin, he whiffed on that. I thought he broke his stick. Ended up passing it straight to Jarvis. Jarvis shoots, hits the skates of the D-man. Van Riemsdyk to the high point. McMichael tries to play it around, and it's stopped. And now Protas has it behind his own net. Capitals out of their own zone. Up to the high circle, down to the low circle, and a pass just just does not connect with Dubois. Big opportunity, and then Van Riemsdyk goes down as he shoots. Protas. No going. Can't find the puck. It ended up in the gear of Jarvis, I believe. Finally falls out. And it goes back the other way. Van Riemsdyk behind Thompson. Full court press by Carolina. And the Caps get the other way, turn it over immediately across the blue line. Burns into neutral, and it's tipped deep. Ehlers wanted a icing. No call came. Boys and girls, do not stop until you hear the whistle. Shot by Hall, swallowed up by Logan Thompson. Don't stop till the whistle's blown, man. Ehlers is slow skating across the middle of the ice. If he would have just doing this, if he would have just focused on what he had to do, that opportunity would not have made its way to Logan Thompson. But just like what Carolina did on the other end, there's a delayed offside. Both guys decided, the other one will get it. And here comes somebody who's not loafing to come and make a play. Ooh, Ned almost comes down from behind. But the Capitals get it out. Duhaime from the top of the low circle whiffs on the puck. Oh, Sandin could have had an easy play, but he was doing a good job to get back on defense. Gostisbehere loses it down low, gets it back. A little check by Roy. Puck flying around all over the place, and it is clear. Blake goes down trying to recover. That's offsides, guys. Don't touch it. Carolina back the other way. And a good poke sends it into neutral. Thompson gloves that center line shot and drops it off for it to be played the other way. Chychrun up the low wall. Into the middle, sent back into neutral. And they are going to call offsides, I guess. Lowest goals against average in game 4 of playoff series of 1.35. Lowest goals against average in game 4, 1.35. Okay. Puck's loose in the Carolina zone. Carlson waits, goes off the backboards, it comes out front, and Carrier gets it clear. Back the other way. Pass misses Tom Wilson. Puck's kept in by Carlson. Stahl gets it out. Martinook dumps it deep as Stahl chases it down. And my screen just went black. What the hell? Yeah, bastards. 15:37 to go in the third. Shots at 28-15, Carolina. All right, no stoppages for at least 10 minutes. Let's go. Let's get this game over by 6:30. Of course, I'm joking. It's going to be a late night. Protas steals the puck in neutral off of Chatfield's pass, trying to feed it forward to McMichael. No going through the skates. Ends up in the corner. Chatfield working his way out. Gives it to Aho through neutral. Kick back. Jarvis shoots. Fought off by the glove of Thompson. And Protas tips it ahead so that... Who is that? Somebody can get it cleared. That was Dubois takes a shot at the blue line after clearing it. And Svechnikov gets it out. And Protas gets it dumped deep from the red line. Dubois versus Gostisbehere. And Carolina's going to come away with it. Does not get it out, though. Roy keeps it in. Back to Roy, waiting, patient, shot, and score! Chychrun. The patience to wait out everybody making their moves and make the pass back out front to Chychrun, who's staring at a wide empty net. Yeah, that's right here. That has to get out. That was good pressure, but Roslovic has to get that out. Gossip here goes down, and he went down way too early. Chychrun came from way back from behind, and goal, Caps goal, incredible. Exact, yeah, absolutely. It's been a while since we've seen one of those. What, about 110 something minutes? Probably longer than that, actually. Let's see. $19 so 100. About 105 minutes ish since we've seen a Capitals goal. Oh. Scoring for the Washington Capitals, Jacob Chychrun, assisted by Dubois. Ooh, Burns left it off for Gossip here under pressure. He ends up making a great pass. Kotkaniemi across the ice, and Blake could not connect. Could not gather the puck. Thought he was tripped by Dowd. The crowd absolutely agrees with that. No call. Bolivier down low. Kotkaniemi battling with it. Mangiapane gets it. The puck centered out front. Eller's fighting for it, and the puck's going to go back into the Capital zone. Icing on Carolina. Woo! 13:53 to go in the third. Shots are 29-16, and the Capitals have pulled within one. Face off to the right of Anderson. Ooh, Carolina wins it. That should be a holding. Nope. I thought that was going to be a hold. Gossipy here had a chance to go the other way. Tom Wilson's shot stopped by Anderson. Foot race. Sandin wins. Tom Wilson across the ice, but the puck's going to go the other way. Wilson dumps it in. Walker leaves it back for Slavin. Slavin kicks it up to Stahl on the low boards through neutral, dumping it deep. Martinook, it doesn't get deep. Martinook battles for it on the low wall. It ends up in the high corner. Martinook chasing it down versus Chychrun. Comes to the high point, shot on net. Stopped out front. Capitals lose it in neutral. With speed comes Jarvis. Takes a little cross check from Chychrun. Little stick shove, we'll call it. And McMichael works back the other way. Dubois has it, tosses it down and around. Protas trying to move it ahead. McMichael can't help. Carolina back the other way. Jarvis with a beautiful pass, shot by Svechnikov, stopped by Logan Thompson. What an opportunity, what a pass, and what a save. Protas trying to get it across the ice on a 2-on-1 opportunity, and Carolina gets it out. Svechnikov looking for a penalty as his stick's floating across the ice. And Sandin in his own zone works it around the wall to Roy. Hall keeps it in down low. Eller back to Sandin, who kicks it up the high wall into neutral. Carolina's going to dump it right back in. Roslovic giving hell to Roy. Hall comes in. Stankoven comes in, but the Capitals get through. Ehlers gets deep. Walker gets there first. And Carolina is out. Stretch pass all alone by himself. Shot and score! Tanner Hall on the freebie. Holy shit. Carolina extends the lead to 2. What was he doing back there? Beautiful pass, beautiful shot, going blocker side against Logan Thompson, and Tanner Hall buries it. Damn. That was exciting. 11:30 to go in the third as Carolina extends the lead to 2 on their 30th shot. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes, Taylor Hall, assisted by Roslovic. And I will say, forgive me, I believe I said Tanner Hall instead of Taylor Hall, and I should know better. As Logan Thompson makes the glove save on Blake. Chikrin was calling for that shot he scored on. He was calling for that puck for 20 feet. But man, Taylor, I don't know what he was doing cherry picking at the opposite line, but everybody lost him. And so he walks in completely untouched and just buries the shot. Incredible. Carolina is a force. Plain and simple. Like, again, I obviously have favoritism, but 2 of those goals I put on the defense of Washington. You know, not getting the net front clear and then giving basically a penalty shot to Taylor Hall. The second one I'll definitely put on him. He's got to make that glove save and actually keep it in the glove. Well, so what are we seeing? Anderson just, and again, I want to call Anderson a brick wall, but he's faced 17 shots. Like, he's done a good job, but dude, the Hurricanes have 31 shots and the Capitals have 17 block shots. So that's what, 48 with potential? Like, LT's out there fighting for his life. Anderson's just enjoying himself. Caps have 59.2 of the face-off percentage. Caps have 35, have the hits, the lead in hits 35-30, the lead in block shots 17-11. It just, I would expect a very different game in Washington, man. And I know this is going to be, this is the second game in a row that I said I expect Washington to come out on fire, just lit up, wanting to massacre the people on the other side. This is the second game in a row. I'm like, bro, Capitals, what happened? Like, literally, who nipped your nuts and told you to go out and play patty cake with the Hurricanes? Like, you're not doing what you guys should be doing at all. And yeah, 35 hits with less than 11 minutes to go. No, they should be doing what Florida did. They should have 64 hits at the end of the game. Like, you're Washington. That's what you do. Puck through neutral. Wilson feeds it up, but it's stopped by a good Carolina stick. Dumped deep. Stahl chasing it. Carlson beats him to it. Puck comes up along the wall. Swatted deep into the Washington zone. Passed way up ahead and picked off by Carolina. 3-on-3 as they enter the Capital space. Backhand on Logan Thompson. Logan Thompson just got hit by something. He's acting a little bit. He has to be. Because that looked like he barely got touched. And it's probably by his own teammate. Let's see. Logan. Okay, yeah, no. See, Stahl kicked you right there, but if you weren't, let's see. Dude, Logan, like, if you weren't being such a dramatic bitch, Stahl wouldn't have kneed you in the side of the head. Oh, that's embarrassing from players I like, man. I hate that shit. I hate the floppy shit. Chatfield racing back to disrupt the 2-on-1. And he did just enough. Carolina able to stop the opportunity. Jarvis headed back, avoids the hit of Van Riemsdyk, takes one by Dubois. Didn't look like much contact, but he definitely went down like he got hit hard. Chatfield right back up to Aho as he hits the blue line. Dubois wanted that hit. And then Gostabir hits Protus. He should have gone harder into Protus. It's like these guys have chances to make really good, hard, clean hits, and they're holding off a little bit from both sides. I'm not sure why. I'd like to ask these guys. Puck all the way down low in the Capital zone. Low corner. Stankoven fighting for it. It comes to Stahl. Goes to Dowd. Dowd gets tripped. And now we have a Washington power play. And how much time left? It's 8:46 to go in the third. And yeah, that's just trying to play it back. Gets the stick in the Dowd skate. Pretty obvious call to be made for that one. And hey, you know what? Obvious penalty. Refs made the obvious call. Holy shit. It can happen. So yeah, Hall for the trip. Hall 2 minutes in the box for the trip on Dowd. Not Dubois. See where we're at stat-wise. Shots at 32-17, Carolina. That's probably the biggest thing that surprises me is that Carolina has completely shut down shooting opportunities for the Capitals. Caps are winning almost 60% of the face-off opportunities. Both sides are... Carolina is 0 for 1 on their power play. This is going to be the 4th Washington power play. So far, Carolina has been nasty on the penalty kill. They've let up 1 in the playoffs so far. Didn't give up a power play to New Jersey and gave 1 up, I believe, last game. Maybe 2 games ago. I think it was 2 games. I think it was game 2. Oh, yeah, because it was 4-0 last game, so never mind. Game 2, they gave up the first power play of the playoffs, and they haven't given up another one since. So not a lot of expectation for Washington here, but the Capitals can always surprise you. You never know when Ovechkin's going to decide he wants to participate in this round of the playoffs. Hits are 37-31 Capitals. 37-32 Capitals. And we're getting ready to come back from the commercial break. Face off to the left of Anderson. Capitals win it, get it to the low point. Chikrin chucks it down low, trying to backhand it in front, and Carolina wins the battle. Puck comes to the top of the high circle. Strome's shot fought off. Chikrin to Strome. Back to Chikrin at the blue line. Back to Strome, low point. Chikrin shot from the top of the high circle. Breaks Martinook's stick, but Carolina is able to clear. 30 seconds gone on the Washington power play. Chikrin out of his own zone. Kicks it up ahead. It's dumped deep. Tom Wilson, that's got to be an interference penalty, right? It absolutely is an interference penalty. And now Washington is going to the 5-on-3 for a minute 18. I don't know if they're arguing. I mean, Brodemir's just kind of shaking his head. Orlov looked like he was disagreeing, but it looked like he was expecting. Oh, no, I have no idea what Orlov was thinking. That's about as blatant of an interference as, like, what the fuck? What are you thinking? You're up by 2. You're on the penalty kill, and you're going to hit a dude that has nothing to do with the puck whatsoever. That is stupid. Yeah, the Capitals absolutely need to score here. They should have scored in the double minor, but we'll see if they get the 5-on-3 without losing it to a penalty. Shot by Ovechkin, misses the net. Strome has it on the low boards. To the point, Chikrin between the circles, back down low to Strome. Strome circles around up top to Ovechkin, shot, and he scores! Alex Ovechkin brings the Capitals back to within 1. And they still have lots of time on the man advantage. Orlov equals moron 100%, Mel. That was a dumbass decision. I am just at a loss for. There you go. They just showed Orlov's watch the goal and immediately hang his head. And his teammate, who was that? Hall? Yeah, Hall just looks at him. And it's like, that's exactly what should happen, you dumbass. Minute 43 to go on the 5-on-4. Burns is going to toss it deep after the Carolina win. I'm trying to wait for the assist to load. Tom Wilson gets it into the Carolina zone. Burns works it up the low boards, and it's sent all the way out. Chikrin, nope. Sent to the red line as Chikrin was able to slow it down. Circling in neutral. Kicks it back. Strome trying to enter. He does. Back to the midpoint. Strome shoots, stopped by Anderson. Good little fake pass to Ovechkin and then puts it on net. Not a bad decision. Chikrin passes it to Strome. Low point. He moves to the middle. Shot hits a body out front. And it's clear. 2-on-1. Shot. Stopped by Logan Thompson. Sorry, I can't see the numbers. Martinook and Stahl. Going in 2-on-1. 40 seconds left on the Washington power play. Down into the low corner of the Carolina zone. It comes up high. Top dot. Stopped by bodies out front, and Carolina goes the other way. Actually going to buy some time. Works it up front. Shot on Logan Thompson. He makes the save. Jarvis going for an attempt. That's the thing. Carolina just keeps on throwing pucks to the net. And that's brilliant because you never know what'll happen. Little feed for Bolivier. Fought off by Jarvis. And the puck comes to neutral. We are even strength. All right, I'm not getting the update here. Scoring for the Washington Capitals, Alex Ovechkin. However, delayed penalty on Washington as it looks like Dubois is going to the box. I don't know what he's arguing right there. Maybe if we get another shot of that, but it looked like he grabbed dude's wrist and just ripped him down to the ice. So, all right, let's take a look real quick at what time we're expecting the Vegas puck drop. See if they've got anything up yet to show when we're expecting it. Let's see. We got the away feed. Oh. Dude, I've gotten so small. I'm trying to nurse injury. It's funny. I'm looking at myself and I just feel so itty bitty. Nursing injuries. It's always after the gym, come watch hockey, and been missing that a couple weeks. It's like, no wonder I feel rough. All right, just waiting to see if these guys will go to showing a clock. All right, the away feed showing a whole bunch of Oilers fans. I don't know why we're going with that. Again, anytime they want to give me a timer, that's all I'm waiting for. And they don't have one. Damn it. All right. Okay. So right now we are okay. Carolina on the power play. 5:20 to go in the third. Left it back into Carolina's zone. Aho has it into the cap zone. Svechnikov goes to the point. Gostaby here goes around the backside of the net off the wall. Fed down low. Nobody home. Capitals send it deep. Gostaby here. Blake on his right. Jarvis behind him. Leaves it for Jarvis. Puck comes in. Svechnikov up to the low point. Gostaby here. Across the line. Back to number 4. Sends it down the low boards. Back to Gostaby here. Up high. Aho. Down to the high circle. Back to Aho. High point. Gostaby here on the blue line. To the low circle. Back to Gostaby here. Can you please give me somebody else's name to save? To say. Jarvis gets it down low to the baseline. Back to Jarvis. Back to Gostaby here. Off of Svechnikov's stick and it's sent to the high point. Gostaby here. Gets it to Jarvis. Top of the low circle. Shot goes high and wide. Up and out of play. 37 seconds to go on the Carolina power play. 4:10 to go in the game. Oh, dude. Anderson was right on point, but Ovechkin's shot hit Slavin's leg, and that's what knocked it in a different direction. Unfortunate. Face off won by Carolina in the cap zone, but it's kicked out after. I think that was Kokoniemi lost it in his skates. Back in, Roslovic to the high, passes it to the high boards, brought around down low, back to Roslovic on the boards, up to the point, Burns, down to Hall, shoots, glove save, Logan Thompson. 3:46 to go in the game. 13 seconds on the Carolina power play. Shots at 34-21 Hurricanes. Face off to the right of Thompson. Carolina comes away with it. Walker from the point shoots, goes wide of the net into the low corner. Capitals have it, passed up, not out. Hall tries to get it towards the center. It's stopped off for Washington skates. Washington comes back to even strength, but good job by the Carolina D to get back in preparation for that. And we have an odd man rush for Carolina. Walker shoots and he scores! 4-2 Carolina after a horrible defensive play for the Washington Capitals. 3:15 to go in the game, and everybody pinched except for one. But Carolina is in go mode, and they just went like Sandin pinched in and got his stick. Oh, that's what happened. No way. That only happened because Sandin got his stick wedged in a gap in the boards. And then LT had, that it's kind of a weak shot for LT to give up. But damn. Sandin gets his stick stuck in the crack of the boards, and that's what keeps him from making a play or going back up the other way on the ice. Absolutely insane. Scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes, Sean Walker. All right, Logan Thompson is on the bench. Wilson ends up catching the puck from Anderson in his skates. Battle goes down low. Stahl trying to work it out. Martin Hook isn't able to. Eventually it does. And you've got a one-on-one, and the empty net is stopped, and they score again. On the empty net briefly afterwards. Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting that's my claps button. And scoring. The open net goal. Andrei Svechnikov. We already got the clap, so I'm not doing it again. That is so wild. Sandin, instead of dropping his stick and just trying to make a play, he keeps trying to yank it out of the boards. Unbelievable. 2:10 to go in the game. This one's over. Puck up and out of play. And do we get a delay of game? Do we get a delay of game on Washington? Oh, that would just be too insane right now. Mangiapane. Delay of game. A minute 57 to go in the third. Scores 5-2. And Carolina is going back on the power play, I believe. Yep. Unreal. Carolina in. Burns wrapping around in the high corner. Stankoven to the point. Roslovic to Stankoven, top of the high circle. Leaves it top of the high circle. Shot past the Burns. Shot off a skate. And the Capitals clear. "80 seconds in the game. Burns is going to leave it back. Kokaniemi coming through neutral. Hall now has it, leaves it back. Takes a little bit of a shot by Roy as he does. And the puck's up and out of play. 1:06 left in the game. What? Did I do that? Under a minute to go. Capitals into the Carolina zone. And a turnover. Carolina's going to go back the other way. All right, we'll take care of that in a minute. Take care of that in a minute. Okay. We are getting ready in in Edmonton. It looks like they are getting ready to bring everybody out on the ice. From what I can see, we've got 37 seconds to go in this game. Capitals poke it out. Carolina reset. So we are going to end this stream and start up the Vegas-Edmonton stream in just a moment here. I'll tell you what, let's do that now. This game is over. I am good with ending that here. Carolina beat the Capitals in Carolina. Game 3, 5-2. Complete devastation. But I want to catch the anthem, so we're going to end this one super quick. If you guys are still hanging out with me, first of all, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out for the game. I am going to wrap this stream up. If you want to hop on the next one, it's going to be starting in just a couple of minutes as puck drop nears closer in Edmonton. There we go. They're bringing the boys out. Let's end this one, start up the next one, and be here for the anthem. See you guys in a couple of minutes.